right? You need to learn the lessons now, so as the technology advances, you're ready to capture that market share and just keep moving forward. So that gets to a question that is being asked in the chat, and I have the same one. How to handle permits and building code challenges today. What are you hearing people do? We talked about that rebar example. Are there any other examples of what we should be doing?
Yeah, I mean, again, early adoption and early understanding by everybody is key. So as you are thinking of buying your printer and actually taking the solution and doing it, you have to get everybody involved. So get your feedback from your architects and your engineers and your local authorities and certifying authorities, and say, okay, this is what I'm planning on doing, and this is what I'm going to be printing, and this is the way I'm going to order the style I'm going to print. You can actually take an existing method, for example, CMU blocks, the way you'd actually print or actually build, and apply that to your construction or 3D printing process. And you're just doing the sort of like square or rectangular type patterns that you've done on that. So that makes it easier for them to actually relate to this technology. Again, bridging the gap between the innovative and the traditional, moving forward.
Why do standards matter so much beyond some of those basics? Like for our industry, what kind of consequences are your work and the work of so many others going to have when we talk about these ISO and ASTM standards?
The consequences are real. I mean, for our construction company, we are building oil, gas refineries. So there's a lot of pressure in those pipelines. And so they have to go through a quality check to ensure that, for example, those pipes don't burst or the refinery doesn't explode after operations. Same thing with houses and dams and bridges. So you have to go by certain quality standards and codes and building codes that you have to abide by in order to actually achieve the requirement that is supposed to keep the structure up and running for decades, and if not hundreds of years. So this is what we're looking for to deliver safe products. The products that we deliver as a construction company, and or the high-rise buildings or the residential houses that we build, have to meet codes to be safe and high quality. And this is why standards matter so much, because no construction company is going to go to a project without having sort of guidelines. Okay, this is how we build it. And sometimes the standards are dictated by different entities and or dictated by the client. So it could be that we have a client who's building in Dubai, but they want us to follow English standards. So we actually abide by those standards because that's the quality that they're used to, and that's the quality we're going to build by. So this is the standards is the driving force for construction. You don't have any standards. It's a set of documentation that you receive when you get your proposal, when you get your project. You kick off, you get your documentation, your method statements, your quality management procedures, and your standards, and then you go build. You don't have that, you don't go anywhere.